Hello, 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 hello. This is week number 8. If you can believe this, I cannot believe it. Week number 9, which is 4th of July week next week, unless you're in Canada, and then a nothing week or something else. We will not be doing a call next Thursday because I will be traveling home from visiting my cousins in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. So this could be the last call because I don't know if we have to do one more team call or not. So Michelle, thank you for always being on the call and supporting me through this. I really appreciate your love and your support. So this week we are going to talk about the ever important word called choice.
Choices.
Why? Well,
Choice.
because they talk about this on the captain's call, and that's how we know kind of where to direct our weekly calls to our team. But this week is all about choices. And so what Travis and Megan talked to us about last night on the captain's call was how, you could make a bad choice. Your life isn't going to begin or end. This is a journey. This isn't just the 8 to 9 to 10 weeks that we do the challenge. But you want to ask yourself where that choice will lead you to. If it leads you on a slippery slope down to, well, I screwed up my diet yesterday, so why even bother? Then they ask you to look at that about yourself. If you say, okay, I made a bad choice, but now I'm getting right back on track, which is what most of us do, then, okay, you made a bad choice. It's in the past, let it go and just keep moving forward. Tracking. If you did not watch the JuvaFit commit call last night, that's what they call the weekly calls on the JuvaFit challenge page. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, you really need to watch it. It talked about a man who was pushing 60, decided that he didn't like his health, and at 61, he's running marathons. So he started with not much movement, and it's an amazing story. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, make sure you watch it because it's really, the JuvaFit commit last night, it was about 30 minutes, but they're typically only 20, 25 minutes long. So watch it because it's full of wonderful information. Also talked about our product Live, which is an amazing product. It has prebiotics and probiotics in it. And it's an amazing product. So if you have one of those days where maybe you're eating a little bit too much protein and not really getting your veggies in, that would be a good way to do that. The Live, the Nutra HG, which I know, Michelle, unfortunately you can't get in Canada, but the Live, the Nutra HG, the Zing, the Galaxy, they are all foods. So they can be considered a meal. So you could take your Refuel, your Galaxy, your Live, and even your Nutra HG if you wanted to, and make that into a shake with some coconut water or some coconut milk, unsweetened, not sweetened, and you can make that into a meal on the go. So just keep that in mind that, when you're saying, oh, the supplements have so many carbs in them, well, overall throughout a day, it's okay. Also, the last thing I wanted to announce before we dive into any questions you have, Michelle, is that they did in last week's email, and you can find this on the JuvaFit challenge page. And I took a copy of the fat loss one. I didn't take a copy of all of them because I ran out of time. But there are new meal preps for fat loss, core health, and strength training. It's a 5-day meal plan. And I like how, some days they might go a little bit over the carbs and some days a little bit under the carbs. So it's good to mix things up with your body. This week, what I've been doing is I've been trying to do like a 20-minute workout with Megan and Travis, maybe a 20 to 30-minute walk. Today I did 35-minute run, walk, swim in the pool, along with, I don't even know how many squats and leg lunges I did. We'll see how I do getting out of bed tomorrow. But, with water supporting you, you're able to kind of push yourself a little bit and work out those muscles in a different manner. I had a friend a couple weeks ago who fell, had to call the paramedics and be lifted out of the shower and dressed. And I don't aspire for that in my old age. So my goal throughout these challenges is to build up muscle strength so that if I do wind up on the floor, which happens to those of us that are older, if I do wind up on the floor, somehow, some way, I can crawl my way and get myself up without calling 911, having them break down the front door and seeing me naked and helping me off the floor naked. So just food for thought. You know, we lose muscle tone and things as we age. It's a natural part of the aging process, but there is some truth to if you don't move it, you will lose it. So just know that. Michelle, how did last week go and what's your goal for this week?
This past week, the air quality has been bad. So I feel like I'm back to my winter indoors. Like, I mean, obviously it's been sunny or hazy, but the air quality is so bad. I can't really walk the dog very far. Like instead of we were up to, you know, more than a couple miles a day and we're doing like a half mile. So my steps are down. And yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. My tracking kind of got off track. I'm kind of in between seasons in my job. So there's a lot of transition this week. So I'm kind of doing the winter semester job as well as summer semester job in the same week. So it's been a little crazy. But luckily I had some things in the freezer or easy to grab things like low carb bread with almond butter, take that with me. So I just need to kind of get myself in order this weekend as my schedule is fully transitioned next week to all days. And I think one evening a week, which will be a nice break because I can eat dinner at a reasonable time again. And so, yeah, it's kind of, like even tracking was kind of crazy. It was a crazy week. I'm tired. Tomorrow will be better. So today I was tracking again and getting back on track and keeping that going. Even if our challenge ends, I'm going to keep tracking and keep going because I've got goals and I lose an inch or two and then a pound or two, and then I'm up 3 pounds, and then I'm down 4 pounds, and then I'm up 5.
Well, what you don't want to do is gain it all back and lose everything that you accomplish in your focus 8 to 10 week
No
challenge.
way. Yeah.
12-week challenge. So
Yeah.
just remember about choices.
Right. Of course, everything is about choices, right? And for me, it's all about the meal prep. If I get that in, which I did do some on Sunday, thank God. And I knew what my schedule was, but all these unexpected things happen in the schedule. So it was just crazy. So I was glad I did what I did for Sunday, but certainly it didn't get me through 4 days. And tonight is our first meal. Last night, Robert cooked a nice little salmon meal for when I got home at like 8:30. It was fun. So I was grateful for that because he's trying, I'm like, listen, you know, you don't have to eat it, but don't cook me something that's not keto, right? Like don't bring home chicken and fries, please. So he cooked salmon and he cooked some, what do we have? Asparagus. He just threw it. He does my 1-sheet pan. He's learning to do those and
So
had
what
that
I
ready
do
for
on
me. So I was
Sundays-
really grateful for that. Like I said, I need support. Like you can't be bringing in 10 gallons of ice cream because you found it on sale.
So what I do on Saturdays and Sundays is I pre-prep veggies,
Yep.
like green beans,
Yep.
broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and
Yep.
then I put it in little containers in the refrigerator. So then all I have to do is figure out a protein that I
Yeah.
want to go with it. I take that out of the freezer in the morning, and then it's a throw and go, as I like to call it.
Yep.
So like some nights I have hamburgers that is lettuce wrap and maybe some leftover green beans or leftover broccoli, or
Right.
if I can nuke broccoli in 5 minutes, you know, it doesn't even have to be leftovers, but I try to pre-prep my veggies, and I always keep fresh lettuce because then I
Yep.
can throw a
Me too.
protein onto the grill or into a
Mhm.
skillet, and we can
Mhm.
have a salad and I can call it a meal.
Right.
So
Keeps it easy.
so that's a good thing. Any questions?
No, I think I will look at that meal plan though, because I get in a rut. Every challenge, I get something that I'm like craving, and then I make it like 3 weeks in a row. So I've been making this cauliflower loaded potato. So it's got like sour cream, bacon chives with the cauliflower. You roast the cauliflower, you cook the bacon, and then you fix it together and put cheese on top. And it does taste like a loaded baked potato, but it's made out of cauliflower. So I make a big pan of it, and then I individually wrap it for, individually portion it out. Like, so last night with my salmon, that was one of the things I had, because he likes potatoes, but I'm not eating potatoes. So yeah, it's no
If you
question.
decide to fall by the wayside and eat potatoes, try to eat like the red, white, and blue potatoes, the smaller potatoes, or
Yeah.
sweet potatoes. They have less of the glucose spike.
Right.
And so if you're gonna eat a carb, that would be a better carb to eat.
I crave it in the winter, but in the summer, I like the cauliflower loaded potato. It's not a potato, it's just cauliflower. It's very satisfying because I'm getting like my sour cream, my chives, my bacon, all the things I
Well,
would,
and that will
my
freeze well.
cheese.
So when you're in it and you've got some time, you might want to make a double batch of it and put
Right.
some in the freezer, because that's what I did. Like one day this week, I pulled one of my frozen zucchini lasagnas out because I wasn't in the mood to cook. Put it in the toaster oven to defrost, just laid it in there so it wasn't in my way. And then when dinner time came around, just heated the oven up, and I had a miracle, and it tasted wonderful. So
Yep.
so that was wonderful.
My
For
salt
me,
cravings are going down, and my sugar cravings are not that bad. It's,
that's good.
how much I have a sweet tooth.
Yeah,
I'm still having some salt craving, but less. I've been adding more salt to things. But yeah, it's amazing when I don't crave sugar. I'm like, wait, what? What is
well,
that?
it's because you're satiated. You're finding
Yep.
your balance of your protein, your fats, and everything else. For me, last week was a struggle because I pulled a neck and a back muscle, which is much, much better. And so for me, it would have been easy for me to plop on the couch and say, I heard I'm not going to do anything. And for me, what I did is I forced myself to take a couple of short walks, either in the house or outside. Even if it was 20 minutes, it was movement. And Dr. Bob did a great call last week on the JuvaFit Commit call, saying that, if you move 2 minutes every hour, you prolong your life by 30%. I don't know where he gets those statistics from, but he would know better than I. So I really was very conscious of that. It was divine timing that I heard that call. So that was really a good thing. So this week is about getting back on track, because I'm really focused on building up my strength in case I ever fall on the floor. And I have been putting myself on the floor every single day and saying, okay, how would you get up? What would you crawl? What muscles would you use if this muscle hurt? So I've been kind of playing with myself and challenging myself. But I did the Megan and Travis June 21st workout, which was amazing. It's amazing to me how I can do their 20-minute workout and the next day I know that I've worked every muscle. So I'm going to do probably a stretching workout tomorrow. I did a pool workout today because I kind of wanted to test the shoulder out before we go on our road trip, as well as before I went to chiropractor this afternoon. So I kind of did that. It was 110-degree heat index here today. So walking is not going to be my thing. So I can always go upstairs. I have a rebounder. I can rebound for 5 minutes, get my circulation going, and then do like a 15 or a 20-minute light workout. I can do stretches. Megan and Travis have tons and tons of workouts on that JuvaFit challenge page. So I can always find something, and they have a really nice stretch workout from last year that they posted that I go back to every now and then. And so that's my focus this week. And my focus is also going to be traveling with a lot of healthy options, because I will be around relatives that could care less about keto diets. And I want to make sure that I stay as much on track as I can. Will it be perfect? That's my goal, but likely not. But I also, what I allow myself is some grace. So let's say somebody puts St. Louis gooey butter cake in front of me. My sister knows that that is like, I have so many childhood memories wrapped up in that, it's not even funny.
Oh, yeah.
Will I refuse it? No, but what I will likely do is just allow myself the one bite. Because you don't have to go whole hog into whatever is tempting you. So take that bite, allow yourself that, track it, and then be done with it. Then go drink tons of water so you're not hungry and crave more. So anyway, so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I know Steve's going to have his first call in weeks tonight, so I'm sure he's going to have some things to say. But any other final thoughts, Michelle? Do you think
No,
you
I
got
feel-
anything out of this challenge?
Consistency. I'm trying. Right? I'm
Excellent.
really trying consistency through all the celebrations and this and that, like just trying and being gracious to myself that if in the past, if I messed up, it could lead to 4 days of just like, whatever. Like it's not gonna, the scale's not gonna budge, just allowing yourself to, you know. I had a treat on my anniversary and some wine, but then was back on track because I just feel like crap now. Like it's so bizarre. If I do cheat a little bit, I feel so crappy or I get a blood sugar buzz and brain fog. I'm like, what the? I don't want to go back to this.
Right.
So then I'm right back on track.
And that's what I'm finding is that I've been doing these challenges for a bit longer than you. And I'm finding that I don't have any interest to feel like shit. So it's rare that I fall off the tracks. I'm not saying that I don't, because I certainly do. But when I do, I'm like, okay, maybe another bite. But then I don't go crazy because I feel so awful the next day.
Right.
And it really slows my system down to purge it out, if you will. So I just really I'm really learning that just honoring myself first and foremost above whatever anybody else's expectations are is more important to me than anybody's opinion. I don't care anymore. I've gone to events with other couples where, you know, they've said, oh, you know, just do this. And I look them straight in the eye and I can do this now. It's taken me a few years to get to this place. And I said, with my arthritis and my pain threshold, I will always choose the better option for myself than what you think I should eat. And that usually shuts the conversation down because that's where I'm at. I've come a long way with my foot and I don't have any intentions of regressing. So choose you, make good choices this upcoming week. If you need help, call me. I'll pick up the phone and talk you out of it. So I hope everybody has a safe and healthy and happy 4th. And next week, our check-in will be online. And always, if anybody has any questions or anything, just please reach out to me. I'm happy to help.
Safe travels. Have a great trip.
Thank you. Oh, I
I'm
can't wait.
hunkering down here. We celebrate Canada Day, July 1st.
Oh, very
So
fun.
the 4th is just like a work day, which is kind of a bummer. But Robert and I will do something the night of the 4th to celebrate.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful 4th of July. Be safe, be healthy, and make good choices. Choices is the word of the week. Choice, 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 choice. Choose you. Fight for me. Fight for you. All right, guys.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Melissa. Have a
Bye.
great week. Happy Canada Day. Happy 4th of July.
Woohoo!